Alright friends, if you haven't been able to tell based upon how I'm dressed, I just finished recording episode 6. I'm gonna keep this intro super short. Ritsu is dealing with some stuff. Now he might be developing psychic abilities. We don't know if it's a natural thing for him. He's just a late bloomer, or if there's a spiritual influence, kind of like that guy had psychic abilities, but it wasn't really that guy, it was Dimples. And he sees Dimples, but is it really, like, what's really going on with him? But it looks like we're gonna have some problems and some things to deal with the brother Onigawa, which I guess is the fight guy. He's gonna have to deal with people to have treatment of him and some other stuff, he was wrongfully accused, and the mob is against him. Not mob, obviously, but the mob. Oddly enough, he has a alibi, at least for that morning. He was running with that guy, so I'm hoping that comes up. And this guy, he's so nice, and he's so kind, he's so genuine, that he probably, like, you can't really, you know, think that he's lying. Also, where are the teachers in all this? Well, I think we've only gotten to see really one, and that was a comment on mob just not understanding stuff. So, definitely, oh, excuse me, poor guy. Definitely could use some help because he's been wrongfully accused, and Ritsu, because of his jealousy and his struggles, is letting himself be influenced by someone who's also filled with jealousy and struggles, and just is a vindictive person because of it. That's all I've got to say. As usual, the anime this is so creative. It really leans and it's not afraid to be super lack of details. I mean, there's even a moment when it was just like basic like brown paper and a pencil, it seemed like. And then there are other moments where it's like super detailed and really nice. So I like how it really isn't afraid to sort of dive, like explore all of the kinds of fun. The only thing I haven't seen is any 3D work. I don't know if because 3D work wasn't super well. No, so this was released in August 2016, at least on Crunchyroll. So I don't know if it just was a style choice, or if so they can get more creative, or for them it was just no, there's 3D stuff, we don't really, I got like a bunch of loose hairs. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the reasoning is behind that. Anyway, if you're watching YouTube, no sound, partial image, there's a version below. That's really all I gotta say. Countdown timer if you want to follow along on YouTube, can't miss it. Let's dive in. He's looking for mob. Creepy looking balloon. Oh no! White tea poison. Oh, poor boy. These are all supposed to be middle school people? Every school has a gang. What kind of prefecture is this? Oh, there are multiple prefectures around the area. I guess every prefecture has a school that with a gang. Interesting. Are they like little wannabe yakuzas? Is that what that is? I love this intro so much. I feel like if you're doing an animation class, you want to tell people like, hey, you don't have to look like this kind of paint by numbers, this, and this. You don't have to have a certain style. Here's something really fun that anime is doing. This would be a great example of like how like surreal and crazy you can get with the animation. Ooh, there's a weird guy. Just like Mob. Interesting how like his explosions also kind of tied to his heart. Because we've seen him explode. Oh, that's the spoon thing with Ritsu. We've seen him and the prickly cactus. We've seen him Again, so far, 2 different emotions have him explode. I bet he's been exploding quite a lot recently, more than usual. But it's interesting how it builds up and it doesn't dry back down. It just stays and keeps building. Between loves. Oh yeah, it comes by his first name. Poor Ritsu, he's not used to seeing spirits. He can hold it. Even he's like, no. You have to if you're seeing him. I mean, he can grab him too. Oh, he's drowning in his doubts. Yep, he does. They both do. Calm down, buddy. Oh no. He wants to possess him. I keep forgetting that Dimples is really not good. Okay. Yeah, but you can tell he's possessing him. Can he see that he's possessed? Ah, that's why. So he's helping amplify his powers. His powers are tied to his emotions like his brother. I like how similar he is to his brother, which again talks about how his parents are. Yes, he did. So I guess the only way they can actually kind of destroy them is to get the school on their side, and by proving that they're perfect. Was it? Oh no. They hurt a lot of boys. Oh, so he has to do with the... Then stop feeding it. That or he's getting into his bitterness and evil that's always been in there. It's not good. Not good at all. He's becoming that blonde guy. He's becoming cruel. So they got expelled to their actions. Oh my god! What did he do to his hair? So he's changed for the better. He's trying to make up for what Mom did to him. Nice. He's changed for the better. Oh, he is taking him down. Oh, he doesn't want his hair blowing away. It's a wig. It's a wig. Oh, that's right. He didn't know what happened to the end. Oh, my camera's a little off focused. Yeah, but he's scary. Who is that weirdo? What does she want? That's creepy. Oh gosh, we're only halfway now. Pausing. Alright, Ritsu is becoming something of a monster. And he is right. He is turning to Taraka. He is turning to this guy. And except for the wig part, he, Mob's fight with him changed him. For the better, I would hope so. So he's not really the monster that he was at school. It's interesting. The wig is rather overly much. What is with this thing in hair these past couple episodes? But that was creepy. What is with these creepy adults approaching children? But Ritsu is going down a dark path, and it's going to come to head. No, obviously Dimples is playing a role in that, but a lot of that corruption and guilt, that's on him. That's not on Dimples. Dimples is just amplifying his power, as he said. But yeah. And I guess they're wearing normal clothes because they got expelled from school. So the student council used what they had to present to the teachers, which, okay, that's something of a problem there. And got them expelled because they're not in school uniforms. We see these poor boys. It wasn't just the gang. I bet they even went after boys that I bet that class president didn't even like. Not necessarily part of a gang or causing problems. He just didn't like them. And that way, you know, again, he can get what he wants and manipulate how he wants. This poor guy. But yeah, Ritsu's in trouble by his own doing, for sure. And Mob's in trouble because he's a simple goofball. What did this weirdo want with him? Why are you trusting the little boy without money? Oh. She's trying to get him to break it. So that way she's trying to be a con artist. What is wrong with this weirdo? These are con artists. Oh, con artist, a con artist. What's wrong with these creepos? From one con artist to another. Con artist and one con artist. He's a con artist. He knows what con artists are. It's not a base of happiness. It's a cheap crepo voice. Screwing with him. What was causing that? That can't be Mom, could it? Again, he's a con artist. That's how he knows Mom's being con. Big weenie. So he's a really good guy, actually. Like I said, he went from the gangs and moved on to just boys, and now he's going after the girls. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, but he was popular before that. Old looking guy. Ritsu was already popular and well liked. Hmm. Hmm. He's such a good guy. Oh, poor boy. Oh, he's a school gang leader. Where are the teachers? Where are the adults in this? He's really hurting them. Came back around to you, buddy. I don't like it when it happens to you, do you? He's right. His room is filled with garbage. I don't understand this. So he's got some hoarding problems then. It's true. Wow. This episode is intense. The puppet's been broken. He is becoming this other guy. His eyes, isn't that good? Ooh, all the gang leaders are coming together. It's a big boy. Mmm. Oh no, is that that weird guy in the hoodie? He's looking for actually. He's actually looking for Mob specifically, and going to mistake him for Ritsu, which is going to make him really. But a lot again, it's his own doing that's putting him in trouble. Oh. Ugh. Oh, he's really hurting them. He is becoming the other guy, Terasaka. He's completely. I wouldn't really call it freedom. He's pretty much shackled to all the terribleness. Really, really bad. Oh no. Oh, Terasaka got him. He's gonna disappoint his brother so much. Not good at all. Next episode's titled The Older Brother Bows, so I'm going to assume that Mob is going to allow himself to lose to his brother. For whatever reason. Oh, and the main reason being he doesn't really hurt people, he doesn't fight back. He has no intention of hurting people. So with Terasaka, he's definitely not going to hurt his baby brother. But, You know, I thought that the vice president of the student council was really strict and kind of whoa, but I didn't realize that he's kind of a bit of the order of the school group, and the president's the one that's really lost his mind. But you see how much, like, psychological issues he has, not only with being, like, elite and stuff like that, but he's a major hoarder. He has all this trash in his room. And I don't know it's because he doesn't want to come across as someone who's, like, has trash or something weird like that to his family or what. I did appreciate Reagan kind of taking care of Ma, but again, he's a con artist. Con artists know con artists, and they know how to con them back. Whoa. Next episode's crazy. The convenient option A with Blu-ray. Well, that episode was really intense, actually. This show is so frippin' good, and I can kind of tell to some degree that there are some things that I'm missing. I don't know if it's been cut out of the manga, or just the way the manga flows is going to be really different than the anime. I didn't realize kind of how much until I was looking at, it was a scene comparison of a manga versus anime, in terms of all the stuff left in the manga versus the anime. And with the manga, there's a lot more words and kind of explanation stuff in it. And the anime, there's only a handful of like things said by the character. And so I have a feeling that there's a lot of stuff that's being cut out just for flow's sake. Again, the anime is really used to, if I've been informed correctly, used to entice and to pull you into the show and into the getting the manga. So it makes sense they don't feel really necessary to include everything. Because in the end, they want you to go look at the manga because it's going to have more than the anime. But it's also used as a promotional thing, and they try to adapt it as faithfully and as good as possible. But the animation is amazing. Poor Ritsu. I pity him. There's no sympathy or compassion for him at all. I mean, the issues he has right now are his own doing. This is all on him. No one has done anything to him. He knows Dimples is using him, but he accepted his help anyway. He knows what the president was doing, but accepted it anyway. So in the end, everything that happened was of his doing, of his fault. And this poor thug boy, it's kind of interesting with Onigara or something. By the way, love the body improvement president. He's such a sweet dude. Like, he's trying to, like, be his friend. I like how I was like, hey, can you quiet down? We're trying to have a conversation here. Like, he's the most genuine, nicest person in this entire anime. I guess aside from Mom. Mom's really sweet. But Mom's also a little simple and a little derpy sometimes. And so I really just appreciate of this entire series the genuine altruistic compassionate behavior of this guy. I really like him a lot, for sure. And so I absolutely enjoyed that. That's cute. And I think I'm starting to warm up to the student council vice president because he seems to be actually a decent guy. He doesn't belittle his fellow classmates. He just tries to have order and make sure that things are being used properly and that no one is misusing stuff. He comes across as a bit of a jerk in the beginning, but he's like, look, the club has to be this big. Clubs are asking for this room. You need to have more people. And so in the end, you know, the room still went to the fitness group, but they were kind enough to let the other people stay. Which, again, very, very sweet of them. But I really enjoy them. And I'm starting to warm up to the vice president. Again, I really liked this thing that he said last episode, but there's no simple or common middle schoolers. It kind of reminds me of the C.S. Lewis quote, I believe it's C.S. Lewis, where he says, you've never met a mere mortal. And so it's kind of, he sort of doesn't belittle people. He's strict and he's stern. But the way he was speaking to Ritsu is like, don't try to be what you're not, and don't try to be your brother who hides and kind of suppresses a lot of himself. And even, it's interesting how even this guy can kind of pick up what Mob is doing on purpose. And so, these characters, it's funny because a lot of times I'm looking at them going, wait, these are middle schoolers? Like, these are like 14, 13, 12-year-olds? Because they come across as so much more mature than that. Not that 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds can't be really mature. They can totally be. But it's to the point where I'm just like, I keep forgetting how young these characters are in a lot of ways. It just kind of, I think it speaks to probably the Japanese culture as much as just the anime and manga itself. But this strong series, I'm so glad I liked it. I started watching it. Because then you can be like, oh, this is just a really cool animated show. But then you're like, oh, it's so much more than that. It's so good. And the way they explore themes and stuff is so good. And they do this, y'all, they do this in less than 30 minutes. And some live action shows, at least in the West, can't even accomplish it in a course of like a whole hour or 45 minutes. Like, and I think part of it is that because it's anime, they can get away with certain things and they can lean into certain things. But, I think there's a big reason that a lot of people in recent times, I'm talking about more of the past 5 years, really, especially the past year, that people are leaning away from more mainstream Western shows, at least in the States anyway. I don't know what Britain's up to right now, or Canada's up to. Leaning away from that and leaning more into foreign shows, period, especially anime, because it gives them the entertainment of the artistry in terms of the animation, but they also get the deep-seated writing and character development that the audience is craving for. It's fun to have a really fun movie, but at the same time, you need to give the audience a little bit of something to chew on. Whether it's a really sweet romance. I was just watching Stardust. It's the movie, anyway. I didn't realize it was a Neil Gaiman book, but Stardust is a really sweet, fun movie. It's not super deep and angsty, but it's adorable and it's sweet. There's fun characters. You know what all of their desires are, what they want, what they're gunning for. You kind of get a taste of this world. even characters who are barely on screen, you get a little bit of their drive. And this person's not just doing a bad thing, and you're like, why are they doing it? You know exactly why they're doing it, and that's great. And again, it's not like a deep psychological movie, but it's still fun because you are given these little moments of sweetness and love and all that. And that movie's kind of a fun, just, you know, a little bit swashbuckling movie. Same thing with The Mummy, though I would say The Mummy in terms of writing's a little bit more peak. Watching the movie started, so it made me realize, oh, if it is written by Neil Gaiman, just how much is not in the movie. But the point is that the writing is really good. This episode felt a little bit more choppy. I felt like we were definitely doing, I think because there were some time jumps. There were some moments where I was like, wait, what? What just happened? You kind of realize what happened after the fact, but it just felt a little bit choppier, just in terms of the flow and the editing. And I don't know if that was an anime choice or that was like that in the manga. Anyway, bothered on, not too long, but it's long enough. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies, and I'll see you next time.